Convertible notes have quietly changed the game in venture capital. You know that feeling, that nagging tension when a deal looks simple on paper but hides a twist you can't quite put your finger on. That's the invisible power shift happening right now. It's subtle, it's sneaky, and if you're not paying attention, it might just rewrite the rules of who holds control, who gets paid, and who walks away empty-handed. Convertible notes are supposed to be straightforward, a quick way to get money in and out. But the truth? They're reshaping power in ways that every investor and founder needs to understand deeply and fast. Let's be real for a second. Deals are messy. The pressure to move fast can cloud judgment, and everyone's scrambling to close rounds without falling into traps. Convertible notes, with their promise of speed and simplicity, feel like a breath of fresh air. But underneath, they're locking in dynamics that leave many feeling powerless. Maybe you've felt it yourself, the frustration when a note converts at a rate that seems skewed, or when the cap and discount dance pushes control away from you without clear warning. You watch your ownership shrink, your voice diminish, and suddenly you're not the player you thought you were. It's a slow bleed that's hard to spot until the pain is real. So what's the real problem here? On the surface, convertible notes look like just paper, a simple IOU with a promise to convert later. But the devil's in the details. The structures, the terms, the timing, all of it pushes power toward those who know how to leverage them most effectively, leaving others scrambling for scraps. The ones who create the notes, usually founders or certain investors, can pack in terms that tilt the scales. Caps, discounts, most favored nation clauses, valuation thresholds, they're not just legal jargon, they're subtle weapons in a battle for control that too few call out. And the worst part? Many don't realize how deep the shift runs until it's too late. Here's something that's crushingly real. Not all investors are playing on a level field anymore. Those who truly get how convertible notes can be structured and timed have a secret advantage, an edge that lets them protect their stake, claim bigger slices, and influence the startup's direction long before the big equity round. Others watch this happen, powerless, blaming market forces or founder decisions, missing that the paperwork has already shifted the power foundation beneath their feet. It's not just about money, it's about who gets to call the shots, who sets the pace, and who benefits when things really take off. But that frustration, that sense of being on the wrong end of a deal, isn't something one has to accept passively. There are ways to flip this on its head if you know where to look. The truth is, convertible notes can be a tool for empowerment as much as for exclusion, but only if wielded with a clear strategy that cuts through the noise and the smoke. It means understanding how each term works in your favor or against you, knowing when to say no, and even more, when to push for terms that protect your influence, your stake, your vision for the startup. This isn't about playing nice, it's about playing smart. One of the biggest traps is ignoring how cap tables explode post-conversion. That moment when notes turn into shares is a minefield full of hidden pitfalls. Caps might sound comforting, but if set too high or manipulated cleverly, they leave investors with fewer shares than they deserve. Discounts might feel like a good deal, but combined with other clauses, they wipe you out quietly. Real power comes from demanding transparency on how your notes convert, insisting on scenarios and outcomes before putting pen to paper. Don't get locked in without clarity. Insist on seeing the full picture and pushing for protections that keep you ahead, not trapped. But here's a crucial insight. Power doesn't only come from legal terms. Timing is everything. The moment a note converts is often when control shifts dramatically. If you don't anticipate this and prepare, you'll wake up in a startup where the board and decisions follow a script written without you. Savvy investors leverage convertible notes to delay valuation conversations until they're ready to optimize ownership, locking in terms that work in their favor long before an equity round forces reckoning. Being aware, pushing for conversion triggers that protect you, or demanding participation rights post-conversion can make the difference between influence and invisibility. And it's not just about protecting yourself as an investor. For founders, convertible notes can be a double-edged sword. They provide quick capital, but if designed poorly, they dilute vision and control faster than expected. Rounding up a syndicate who understands these dangers, transparently communicating terms, and actively working to align investor interests can prevent the chaos that often follows. Founders who understand the power dynamics hidden inside convertible notes aren't victims. They're architects of their own destiny. They wield the tools that many blindly accept and refuse to surrender control. So what does this mean for the bigger picture? It's a call to arms for everyone in venture capital. The old ways, blind trust in standard terms, moving fast without deep scrutiny, are breaking down. Convertible notes aren't just financing instruments. They're battlegrounds where control, power, and influence are being reshaped silently but irreversibly. The decision to engage without deep understanding is the decision to let others write your story, determine your influence, and take your stake. And for too long, many have done exactly that, waiting to realize the loss only after the power has shifted. Don't fall into that pitfall. Dig deep into your convertible note terms before the ink dries. Demand clarity on caps, discounts, conversion scenarios, and triggers. Push for clauses that protect your voice beyond just ownership percentage, board seats, veto powers, pro rata rights. Question everything. Do not accept vague language or industry standard as an excuse. Understanding these terms inside and out is your ticket to staying relevant in the deal flow, staying powerful at the table. If you master this, you don't just survive the convertible note game, you own it. It's worth repeating, this is more than math or law. This is about owning your place in the future you invest in. The power to guide startups, shape markets, and unlock true value isn't handed out evenly. Those who learn to read the fine print, to negotiate aggressively, to anticipate the next move ahead, are the ones who win big. Meanwhile, the rest watch, powerless, as power concentrates in hands that figured this out first. That's real. That's now. And it's happening beneath the surface every day. So here's what to do next. Treat every convertible note like a chess game. Think 3 moves ahead. Don't just look at the note itself. Think about what happens at conversion, what happens at the next financing, and even beyond. Ask yourself, who benefits when this converts? Who loses? Are the rights and protections on your side clear, enforceable, and strong? If not, push back ruthlessly. This game rewards patience, strategy, and total control of the narrative. Don't give anyone the chance to take that from you. And remember, this isn't about paranoia. It's about discipline. It's about refusing to be the passive player in your own deals. The invisible power shift unleashed by convertible notes will keep happening whether you like it or not. You can fight it, understand it, and use it to your advantage, or you can get washed away by the tides it creates. The choice is yours, but don't sleep through this. It's happening now. It's real. And if you ignore it, you will feel the pain later. Let this be the moment you take control of convertible notes instead of letting them control you. Dig into the terms, get rigorous with protections, and sharpen your negotiation like your next payout depends on it, because it does. This power shift isn't waiting for anyone. It's moving fast, and it's hungry for those who hesitate. Those who stand up, fight smart, and play the long game have the chance to shape the future of venture capital on their terms. The rest? They'll just be part of the stories told by others. Watch closely, question deeply, and act decisively. Convertible notes are no longer just a tool. They're a battleground for power. And now, that battleground is yours to win or lose.